All right, I am going to do an unboxing of the new Everlast 1910 gloves, this new generation that they have here. This is basically just going to be a first impression of the glove. I haven't tested it yet. Obviously, it's still in the box, but it's going to take me some time to actually get acclimated with it. So I wanted to at least do an unboxing. Okay. All right, so right off the bat, obviously I got these in black, which is, I didn't notice that before. If you do get them in black, they must be coming in a black bag, as you can see here. There's a little cut there. I hope there's nothing wrong with the glove. All right, so let's see. Nice smell so far. Decent smell going on. Crazy amount of nonsense here, but I'm just gonna let it go. Just gonna pull it out anyway. Here we go. Okay. All right. So, as you can see here, this glove is kind of mangled up already. Look at that. Look at this glove. It looks like it's been folded in half. That is something else. Look at this. Yeah, so far, just by looking at it, I could see that obviously this probably wasn't stored that great. But it'll flatten out. Not a huge deal. I got these in 16 ounces, as you can see right here. Normal stuff here, you see that it's a genuine leather all the way through the glove, which is cool. I do like this difference of choice of champions right here. I do like that it's a different color, that kind of gold color. It's not just kind of like a debossed logo or an embossed logo. Same thing here on the, they're gonna probably keep this forever, but ultimately this tag, this logo, I wish they did it more like they do with the Everlast OG logos, and and have it embossed logo here, not so much this cloth or fabric that they use, because this gets really dirty. As you can see that they kind of kept this same type of logo that they had before, but the other one, like it was before, it was kind of more imprinted in it. This is more like I don't know, I could feel the texture of it. It doesn't feel like it's an upgrade from the last one in terms of logo, but it's not a big deal so far. I got these gloves the morning it came out, essentially, and I bought them pretty quickly. Now, the interesting thing about that is when I bought them, they were $1.99 on the Everlast website. And it was probably around, I'm talking about Eastern time, like 9:55, and I bought them. It said $1.99. I said, okay, fine. Seems expensive. Then I go on the website later on in the afternoon, and it says $2.99. It says like $2.99. So it's like it went up like $100. I don't know how that happened, but it's very interesting that it happened. Okay, I don't know how that happened, but I got mine for 200. And people who might have waited, or I don't know what happened there, they might get it a little later. They might get a little more expensive. So just keep that in mind. When it comes down to it, this kind of reminds me of the older one. So far, just by the looks of it. I will say that they definitely improved on this, on the amount of padding they have here on the back end. There is no padding like before on the inner side, so it's kind of a floppy glove, as you can see. This glove, I think it should still be made in India. If I see the tag here, it'll give me the tag. It usually says it inside the glove that it's made in India. But it's pretty much what the other glove was made in, so I'm going to assume it is. Let me see it. Well, can't really find it. But either way, I think it's India. I'll do a better review about this glove once I, basically test it out and put it through its paces. I wasn't a big fan of the original ones. Not the original ones, I mean the last model. The last model was about $170 or so, $169 or whatever they had it at. And then they were obviously trying to get rid of them, so they made them at like $118. But yeah, they have this I can't stand this. They have this kind of inner liner that they use in, like, it looks like the EverDry liner they use in the Powerlock OGs. The liner itself doesn't feel bad, but they have this, I don't know why Everlast gloves are doing this. The last one had this too. This little crinkly feeling of plastic. The leather is okay. All right, so put my hand in. Okay, so it's comfortable. I do think that the thumb itself, on the older ones, on the previous model, I felt like the thumb was kind of pushing me out a little bit. This one kind of makes it feel like it's kind of more pushed in. But I still kind of feel it, a little bit of tightness here on the thumb. Not too bad, but I do feel like there is a little bit of tightness here. As you can see, there's a, you know, very, very deep finger compartment here. Yeah, so putting my hands in, I feel like I do have my hands in a puncher's position, but it's still a rounded punch surface, I feel. Yeah, I mean, can't do too much with that in terms of air holes and stuff. I don't want to review it too much, but it doesn't, you know, when it comes to the last model and this model, I don't see too many differences so far. And that's kind of disappointing, because if you're going to pay $300, you know, you would assume that you get some differences here that were so massive. I do notice, you know, the hand compartment, it feels different in terms of the hand compartment and stuff, but there is still some slack in the fingertip compartment. I'm going to try the left glove to see if it feels a little different. This is just the first impressions. It's not a review. And yeah, see, even right here, I feel, first of all, I feel it kind of tighten right here on my palm. This is like, it's not too big of a deal, but I do feel it. This is a 16-ounce glove, and I just feel like the bunching up here in the fingertip compartment. I mean, I thought that they would probably be better with not doing that, but I feel it. So when I'm trying to open and close the hand or the palm, it doesn't really feel like it's really broken in at all. It feels like you definitely need to do some breaking in with this glove, but my fingers are sliding with the liner. So when I'm opening my hands, it slides with the liner up, it slides with the liner down. So it's basically, I have to really try to get my hands, and I don't like when my hands feel like they're stuck in the liner. So that being said, I don't know, you know, I don't know. Maybe when I start to use it a little more, I could, you know, feel it and say, okay, this is definitely really, really good. I'm not gonna judge it too quickly in the beginning, but it came looking a little rough in terms of the packaging, and in terms of all this is wrinkled up and folded, it looked like, and just overall, you know, it just reminds me of the old one. And I know they're doing it because it's supposed to still feel like the old one, but this, you know, this has a strong leather kind of chemical smell also with the leather. The leather itself, you know, is okay. It's not the craziest leather I've seen. It's not the most highest quality, thickest leather either. So $300, I mean, that's the part that just keeps getting to me at that point, at that $300 range. Is kind of insane to me. But who knows, maybe when I get to start using these more and more and soften these gloves, I'll start thinking something different, which I hope I will. It'll probably take me a good month to do a real review of this glove. But so far, this is the first impressions. The glove itself doesn't look too much different like the old one. Logo's in the same spot. We still have a logo right here in the same spot, logo right here in the same spot. Choice of Champions in the same spot as well. The indicator, 16-ounce indicator, same thing. The thumb feels a little different. The grip bar feels like it's pretty decent size, and it's more like a medium. So I do like that. I like the fact that there's a lot of air holes. That's nice. But it just doesn't seem like a $300 glove. It seems, in my opinion, right now, if I bought this glove For $150, I would say that's where it would be. The fact that it's $300 is pretty crazy, you know. And I've seen gloves for $100 that are extremely high quality that will compete with this for sure. So I don't know. So far, it's my first impression, but yeah, let's keep it that way.